I always like to say that you have to be elitely coordinated with whatever voice you have.
It's really important.
So it doesn't mean that you have to make the same sounds that all of the singers that we love make, but you have to do the same coordinations.
You are able to coordinate the same sounds, but they're going to feel individually different. Now, what are we talking about? Welcome back from the intro. I'm Joey.
I'm Jared.
And this
That was so awkward. Can we do that again? I was like,
I'm Joey.
I'm Jared.
And this is
Riffing.
So this is Riffing, where we take the most prominent questions that show up in the studio and we answer them in real time. As they say in the industry, we riff on them. Jared's turn to pick from Hardy & Sons, Master Tea Blenders, Finest Tea on Route 22. What if they did sponsor us?
I mean, that'd be amazing.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up.
Oh, I really like this one. You're gonna like it too.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Do I have to make all the sounds my students make?
Yes. I feel good about that.
I do too. Great.
See you next time.
Cut and print. The foundational pillar of our teaching is our own experience of singing. If you are going to be teaching musical theater or pop or classical, whatever style you're singing, I think you have to have some of your own personal embodied sense of what it is to make those sounds and to make them at a highly coordinated level.
Without it, you miss a whole data point of your way to communicate something that's already pretty abstract. There are already so many elements missing that we can't see.
Mm-hmm.
You teach someone to throw a ball, you have visual mechanics you can use to guide. And we lose that data point with singing. We cannot see what the vocal folds are doing, so we really have to depend on sound and sensation.
Nor would seeing the vocal folds actually help us all that much for a lot of things that we do, because they're only one relatively small part of what's happening.
So one of your best ways for being able to map those things out is your ability to coordinate them yourself. That's not to say that you have to coordinate them in an elite level. They don't have to be commercially viable.
No.
They have to be coordinated.
I always like to say that you have to be elitely coordinated with whatever voice you have. So it doesn't mean that you have to make the same sounds that all of the singers that we love make. But you have to do the same coordinations. And I think that helps you develop an ability known as kinesthetic empathy, where you can watch, or in our case, hear somebody else do something, and your brain starts to figure out what their body is doing, and then you can problem solve. And if you've done that process, the path will be different for your students, but you understand the feeling that they're aiming toward.
It helps you have an inroad for understanding the differences between the way you coordinate and that student coordinates as well. Everyone's going to have an individual physiology, and your job is to help guide those adjustments when you have a base of sensation for your own instrument, to say that, okay, I understand that effort levels and pressure levels are going to be different, but the fundamental phenomenology is similar.
Exactly. There are students who are going to be more guided by the buzzy sensations that they feel in their face. There are going to be other people who rely more on aural sensation, and then there's some people who really feel the pressure differential at the vocal cord level, and then there are other people who it's a full body thing. But if you have figured out how to coordinate all of the different sounds at a really high level, chances are you also probably can put your attention in different places and help students regardless of what their way in is.
Most beginner teachers are going to be basing a lot of their beginning teaching off of their own singing experiences. When you think about your bins of knowledge in how you approach the voice studio, if you're thinking about singing experiences, educational experiences, teaching experiences, singing is normally the most full, and then you're going to kind of fill these other areas as you accumulate experiences. But if your singing experience area is not very full and these others are, this is where you have to spend a lot of time filling. These two areas, teaching experiences alone and educational experiences alone, are not going to fill this singing bin. This bin is often, I think, sometimes undervalued.
The number of voice teachers I know who haven't had a voice lesson in a decade is astounding to me.
I do think that the singing experience side is undervalued, and especially if you're coming into teaching a different genre that has different coordinations than the ones you were trained in, that these singing experiences, although they may be abundant in a certain genre,
I bet you don't even have a 4th grade reading level.
now when entering a new genre,
Immortal suck navel.
this bin is a little bit lower again.
Well, maybe a 5th grade reading level.
And we just have to work on guiding those coordinations.
Lying, crying, spying, prying, ultra pig!
You lewd, crude, rude, bag of pre-chewed food, dude.
That third bin, particularly when you are looking at another genre that is your home genre, I think filling it up is going to help you be able to take in other information. So it's going to help you to read books about the pedagogy of that new genre better. It's going to help you read articles about it, and it's going to help you sift through what you see on Voice Talk or on YouTube. It's going to help you sift through that and put it in the context of your own experience, and then you can borrow it or you can let it go, but it's going to help you actually know how worthwhile it is for you in your own teaching and your own singing.
The big ideas there are you have to coordinate them. That's going to give you so much more information to guide your teaching and to understand empathetically the sensations that your students are trying to navigate. It's going to be even more important if the singing experience bin is not there for you if you're teaching in a different genre or you're coming to teaching from a different discipline, such as a background as a music director or a pianist.
It is vulnerable. It's a courageous thing to do. Like, I've sung classically for 25 years, and now I'm going to go teach somebody how to sing this Beyonce song.
But that can be fun. You know, we talk about this and I can hear voice teachers being like, oh, getting a little bit upset. The thing that we want to nudge you to do is sing.
Yeah. Well, and the upset is just the fear of being bad at something.
Yes,
When you're so good at this other thing,
100%.
there's a fear that you're going to be bad at this new thing, but that's okay. We all are bad at something at some point.
And I think the more you let yourself do it, it can be quite fun. At the end of the day, your job in coordinating this area, you don't have to sit in class. You don't have to watch a lecture. You don't have to go back to grad school.
You just got to sing. You can put on Spotify. I love singing in the car.
And have a good time. And then all of a sudden you'll be making these coordinations that you're asking your student, and you'll start to have a different kind of connection to that material. If that makes you a little nervous, throw on that karaoke track and go sing your heart out.
If you got questions about them, we're here for you.
We're here. All right.
All right.
Cue the outro. Bam! Singing in the car, driving. Singing a good job on driving. That's that big. I've been knowing,
My favorite is, oh, happy day.
Whoa. Take my hand.
Oh, make it, I swear.
Oh, living on a prayer.
Yeah.